Hi, this is Anita from Reluctant Low Carb Life. As you know, as Reluctant Low Carb Life, we talk a lot about eating foods that are fresh, foods that help you feel full longer, and fitness is part of your daily lifestyle and daily choices. Today, we want to talk a little bit about hidden sugar or hidden sugar bombs that can be found into the grocery stores. When you look at a food in a grocery store, and you'll really look on the back of it and you'll start seeing all these names. A lot of them, to be honest with you, I can hardly even pronounce, and I will try to pronounce them. But, some of the most common names that you find for hidden sugars and things would be like high fructose corn syrup, cane juice, maltodextrin, aguanectar, dextrose, fructose, sucrose, honey. They might sound harmless, even healthy. And of course, honey is actually pretty good for you, but they may be packed in there. They may not be as good for you as it once seemed. That there can be lots of different types of hidden sugars in foods. And I'm going to talk about some of them that you should watch out for, some of the typical things to watch out for when you go to the supermarket. First one is flavored yogurt. Yogurt is marketed as kind of like this health food, and most of us think of yogurt as a health food. But yogurt can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. A single serving of fruit-flavored yogurt can have 20 to 30 grams of sugar. So if you're going to go for yogurt, opt for plain yogurt and add your berries or sprinkle stevia, or you add your own sweetness to the yogurt, because at least then you know exactly what kind of sweetness you're getting. So, opt for the Greek yogurt and then add your own in. And then you will be far better off than buying the flavored yogurt. Granola is also another one that's seen as a sort of so-called health food or wholesome breakfast option. But most store-bought granolas are packed with sugar. Even those that might say organic, say natural on them, can contain 15 to 20 grams of sugar per serving. Instead, look for unsweetened granola, or better yet, make your own at home. I've started recently making granola, and it's really very easy to make, and I actually love it. I love it better than the store-bought versions of granola, and it's actually much cheaper and better for me. The other one is protein bars. Protein bars have been marketed as sort of this convenience, sort of health snack, but many are essentially candy bars in disguise, like where we think that they are actually good for us, or that they are really, something that is, healthier for us. But a lot of popular brands can have 10 to 20 grams of sugar per bar. This could actually be the same as a candy bar, very similar to a candy bar. So look for low carb, high protein options with minimal added sugar if you're going to go for a protein bar. Smoothies and juices is another one, where especially the pre-made smoothies, pre-made juices, where they can be claimed as being all natural, packed with vitamins, but they can also be loaded with sugar. A single bottle can contain 30 to 50 grams of sugar, even if it's made with fruit. Stick to water, or make your own low sugar smoothies at home, or make your own fruit juice. We a lot of times here we will make our own orange juice out of fresh oranges. Salad dressings is another one where there's a lot of hidden sugar in them. Bottles that especially have light or fat-free are notorious for hiding sugar. A 2 tablespoon serving can have 5 to 10 grams of sugar. Choose dressings with no added sugar, or make your own, olive oil, vinegar, and herb dressing at home. It's actually very easy to make. Lots of Italian dressings are extremely easy to make, so you really don't need to, buy salad dressing unless there's really a salad dressing that you like. Then opt for the one that has the least sugar. Ketchup also is another condiment, but it's also can have a lot of sugar in it. 1 tablespoon can have 4 grams of sugar. Look for sugar-free ketchup or an alternative like mustard or hot sauce. Or if you're going to use ketchup, then use the one that you can find that has the least sugar in it. Breakfast cereals, even those that are considered heart healthy or whole grain, a lot of these are loaded with sugar. A single serving can have 10 to 20 grams of sugar in them, and most people eat more than the recommended size, especially if you're getting some breakfast cereal, which isn't healthy for you, which it's just basically just laden with sugar that you put inside milk. Opt for unsweetened options, or Make your own cereal or skip cereal altogether. Energy drinks are marketed as a way to boost your performance, but they're also, again, packed with sugar. Why? Because sugar will boost your energy. And so, the energy drinks, some of them can have 30 to 50 grams of sugar. Stick to water if you can, or find yourself another, drink that has low sugar in it. Nut butters, peanut butter and other nut butters can be a great source of healthy fats. Many brands add sugar to improve the taste. So check the label or choose those that honestly say no added sugar on them, to make sure you get the healthier option. Dried fruit might seem like a healthy snack, but again, this can be concentrated sugar. A small handful of a dried mango or raisin can have 20 to 30 grams of sugar. Stick to fresh fruit in moderation if you're able to. Trail mix is another one. It's often marketed as another healthy snack, but many varieties are loaded with sugary ingredients such as chocolate chips, yogurt-covered raisins, and sweetened dried fruit. Make your own mix with unsweetened nuts and seeds you can do, or check and get those brands that don't have all the sugar laden in them. Instant oatmeal is another one. Flavored instant oatmeal packets are common. They're convenient, but they're also full of sugar. A single serving can have 10 to 15 grams of sugar, so choose plain oatmeal or and add your own low-carb toppings. Canned soup's another one. Canned soups, many of them have added sugar for flavoring. Tomato-based soups are especially guilty with this, where some canned soup varieties have 10 to 15 grams of sugar per serving. Look for low-carb or sugar-free options here. Sports drinks, that's another one, where a lot of people are, think sport drinks can replace your electrolytes, but they're also packed with sugar. For some brands, a single serving of a sports drink could have 20 to 30 grams of sugar. Again, wow, that's a lot of sugar. That's like, you might as well eat a candy bar if you're going to do that. So opt for sugar-free or drink plain water. Plant-based milks. This is, again, where, you might think you're eating healthy, but you get yourself some plant-based milks. A lot of them, like, almond milk, if you don't watch the package and get the unsweetened one, a lot of them have added sugar in them. They can have quite a bit of sugar. So, get the ones that are unsweetened to keep your sugar intake. And you also find out when you look on the back, the difference between the calories is huge between the unsweetened one and those that are sweetened. Gluten-free products. We sort of have this feeling that a lot of these gluten-free products are somehow healthier for us. But the truth is that many of the gluten-free breads, crackers, and snacks use sugar to improve the flavor and the texture. So always check again for the added sugars, what they have put into these products, because a lot of times they're just adding the sugar in, which, is really unhealthy for you. And so check those products. Barbecue sauce is another one. It can have 10 to 15 grams of sugar in it. You can look for sugar-free or low-carb alternatives here. Frozen meals. Many frozen meals that you find that are considered healthy, they add sugar in because sugar enhances the flavor. So check the nutrition value of these again and the ingredients before buying, or make your own food and freeze it, and then you know what's in it. Fruit flavored water is another one. This has really been a huge thing that's taken off in many parts of the world where people are drinking this water, which is fruit water, but many contain added sugar or artificial sweeteners. So again, check the labels in it, or infuse your own water with fruit. Cereal bars are often marked as quick, easy, healthy breakfast options, but they're usually loaded with sugar. So if you can see on this that all of these are loaded with sugar. So what can you do? Well, you can read the nutrition label. You can check the ingredients. You can be wary of health claims when they say low fat, natural on the box or on the package. Then turn it around and look at the ingredients, see what's on there. Choose whole foods. Focus on whole foods, unprocessed foods, foods like fresh vegetables, meats, and healthy fats. And wherever possible, make your own. I think this really is the key here. Wherever you can, make your own, because then at least you know what is in it because you have made it. If you're interested and want to be able to find out more about this and check this out, we have written a blog post entitled Hidden Sugar Bombs, What to Watch For at Your Local Grocery Store. We will put a link in the description below. We hope that you'll join with us as you think about these, basically the trifecta of health, which is eating fresh foods, eating foods that help you feel full longer or have satiety, and fitness as just something that all of us can do or strive to do to live a healthier life. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. We'd love to have you be part of our community and to join with us. Thank you so much.